I don't think it's physically possible to shed more tears for anyone. Family and friends gather for emotional Long Beach memorial for rapper Lil Peep, who died of a drug overdose on his tour bus aged 21. Family and friends of Lil Peep gathered on Sunday to mourn the death and celebrate the life of the late rapper. Fans and loved ones congregated at the Allegria Hotel in Long Island, New York, where the rapper grew up, just 2 weeks after Peep passed at the age of 21, from an apparent drug overdose in Tucson, Arizona. Outside, on the sandy beach, fans drew the name Gus, in honor of the singer's birth name of Gutsav Ahr, along with a heart. Many carried balloons in the color pink, Peep's favorite color, and roses to scatter along the sand. Inside the hotel, the standing room-only event was led by Peep's mother, Liza Womack, and his grandmother, Kastner, who offered kind words about the rapper. The floor then opened to fans, many of whom wore hoods in solidarity or pink clothing, to express their love for Peep through speeches and letters. Peep's mother, Liza Womack, who was the second to speak, said her son often worked on his music throughout the night. You may be surprised to find out that Gus and his housemates had a weekly Frank Sinatra night, she said. His favorite song to sing was Fly Me to the Moon, and he was good at singing it. Womack also said her son was someone who was confronted with multiple forms of societal prejudice. He saw how the cool kids who lived in the fancy neighborhoods looked down on his friends who lived in the projects, and looked down on his own family who lived in an apartment and drove an old Nissan. Gus got fed up with that world. He rejected it. Later in the memorial, Womack discussed how people were prejudiced against her son and treated him as an outsider because of his physical appearance. Gus told me that it was easy to tell the difference between the people who saw his tattoos when they looked at him, and the people who saw him, on the inside. Please do not make assumptions about people or events in ignorance. Try to step outside of your own box and open your mind to new ideas. My sweet Lil Peeper is gone now, but he has surely left us a lot of wonderful material to review and consider. I am so proud of him. You have no idea. Also sharing accounts of the late singer's life was ex-girlfriend Emma Harris, who had known Lil Peep since they were 8 years old. She remembered falling in love with him by the time she was in 5th grade, enthralled because she never met anyone who colored his hair more than me. I don't think it's physically possible to shed more tears for anyone, she added. The memorial was uploaded in full on YouTube. Peep was found dead on his tour bus ahead of a scheduled concert in Tucson, reportedly surrounded by drug paraphernalia, Xanax, marijuana and an unknown powder. Authorities in Arizona say they have received multiple tips Lil Peep had been in possession of drugs laced with the opioid fentanyl, TMZ reported. The rapper, who found fame after garnering a huge audience on SoundCloud and YouTube, was initially thought to have died of a suspected Xanax overdose. The Pima County Medical Examiner's Office completed an autopsy after his death. They said a drug overdose was the likely cause, but that toxicology test results would take 6 to 8 weeks.